Got it. Bam. We have a woman who was shot and killed by her ex-boyfriend. Domestic love. Her ex-boyfriend doing a cancer awareness walk in Memphis. That baby was walking for cancer and got killed. Got to be more careful.
Details tonight related to the case of a man in jail, as deputies say he killed his ex-girlfriend as she walked back to her car at Shelby Farms. Investigators say this happened after a breast cancer awareness event. Jackson Hopper, you see him there, is charged with first-degree murder after deputies say he shot his ex multiple times in front of many others. Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre explains tonight how advocates are using this tragedy to remind folks of the dangers of abuse.
The day after investigators say a man shot his ex-girlfriend to death at Shelby Farms Park, the CEO of Beauty Beyond the Scars, Ponya Dotson, is honoring an angel.
It's another senseless crime, and I call them our fallen angels. We now have another fallen angel. Age 22, she hasn't even begun to see life, to live life, and her life is gone.
Sure, age 22, you ain't even begin to live life. What do you mean, girl? We got 22-year-old millionaires out here in the doggone street. What do you mean?
Shelby County deputies identified the victim as 22-year-old Ellie Young and 26-year-old Jackson Hopper.
That 22-year-old Ellie Young was in college. That baby living. I don't know what y'all be talking about. Go ahead.
As the suspect. An affidavit explains Hopper waited for Young to return to her car after the Making Strides breast cancer awareness walk at Shelby Farm Saturday. When she got to her Jeep, investigators say Hopper shot and killed her. They say he drove off and later took law enforcement on a chase, ending in Dyer County.
So let me ask y'all a question. At what age do we start living?
This is why we're so loud about it, because when it comes to domestic violence, it's not spoken of nearly enough.
Yes, it is. It gets spoken about every single day. Guess who's not listening? Domestic love gets spoken about every single day. Guess who is not taking heed? And guess who keeps finding themselves making their own decisions, finding themselves getting into a domestic love relationship? Every day. Women. And it's spoke of every single day.
It's not. And so many people are in it and don't understand or know what they can do to get out, and to know that there's other resources. And when I heard this, it really did something to me.
You say the people who is in domestic love relationships, they don't know how to get out. You want to know what's crazy? If a person is in a domestic love relationship and you set their house on fire, they get out. They know how to get out of that, right? Simple. Let's go outside because the house on fire. Again, if I slap you, you know how to call the police. If I rob you, you know how to call the police. If I kill somebody in your family and you know that it's me, you know how to call the police. For some reason, women in these domestic love relationships don't know how to get out of these domestic love relationships. So they are not as intelligent as society wants us to believe. They are not as smart as society wants us to believe. Right? Or is it just they love domestic love relationships? Like I've been telling y'all. Huh?
Spoken of nearly enough. It's not. And so many people are in it and don't understand or know what they can do to get out, and to know that there's other resources. And when I heard this, it did something to me.
So why do we need resources to separate from somebody? You say you get out the same way you came in. You walk out like you walked in. It's so simple. They make it sound so difficult when it comes to women.
To say they spoke to Young's family on the scene, who told them she recently ended a relationship with Hopper.
Of course.
According to several.
She broke up, 22 years old. Girl, you don't take that little young monkey nothing to know. Hell no, you do not remove that little young monkey from a player life. Say Willie, leave them alone. They don't have 911 on their phones. You right.
Sources, Young and Hopper both attended UT Martin. Friends of Young told me she began medical school in August with the dream of becoming a doctor.
So they both go to the same school. So they both in the College thing. Damn.
Dream of becoming a doctor, a dream cut short by domestic violence.
So I'm praying for her family. I'm praying for her friends. I'm praying for her surroundings because.
And what do you pray that God do? What do you pray that God do when you're praying for her friends and family?
It shouldn't have happened.
In Memphis, Jeremy Pierre, Fox 13 News.
She wanted to separate. Keep trying to tell y'all, you broken up with somebody, but that person have not broken up with you. I keep trying to tell y'all, it ain't what you think. It ain't what you think. These breakups, you wouldn't have to go through breakups as much as we go through breakups if you just choose better than we choose them. You will still have breakups, but not as many if we choose better than what we're choosing. It ain't that difficult. Moving right along. I ain't gonna eat much.